I teach people to expect to win. When I'm the guy that gets into their brain, that makes them think without any reason of doubt whatsoever that they're going to win. The war is won in the head before they win.
So you're dyslexic and illiterate. How did you learn how to read people's energy?
Well, it's a gift that every human's got, and probably because I've had more hits than Muhammad Ali and I've got back up. And I'm one of those guys that no matter what adversity I get thrown in front of, I just, for some reason, I get back up. I've been fine-tuning my craft now for over 35 years. First thing I need to do with a coach is I need to put a program in place while I'm still feeding them the belief, is to get them to trust themselves. Because unless they trust themselves, their players aren't going to trust them.
Now, let's talk about your first big move into Australian sport. The South Sydney Rabbitohs.
First time I met him, standing on a chair in his office going, 2014 grand final winning champions, South Sydney, done, done, done. I said, if I'm going to be working with you and I'm prepared to die for the 2014 grand final and we don't win, which was over 3 months later, I'll cut my left little finger off. My programs are so powerful that when you believe here, belief is a destiny in time just waiting to happen. After we got second in the World Cup, I said to Kathy, my wife, I said, I'm going to win a Six Nations.
Did you know what a Six Nations was?
No, I just knew the Six Nations was an event over in Europe or over that side that is the next biggest event from the World Cup. So next minute we get an email to say that, we've just put on a new coach, his name's Eddie Jones. So he says to me on the phone, so what are you going to do for me? I said, I'm going to change you as a human. And Eddie Jones is a very good student, and I believe that he could become the greatest rugby coach in the history of the world. I've put him on a program now to go undefeated all the way up to winning the 2019 World Cup.
Some of these statistics are quite telling. It was, you're correct, 3 wins on Australian soil.
In 107 years.
107 years. They'd never won a series in Australia.
No.
And Australia hadn't been whitewashed, so losing a series 3-0
never.
In Australia since 1971, so 45 years.
It's funny because the English press before they went to Australia was saying if England win one game, they would look and say that is a victory.
Did you understand the magnitude of the challenge that faced England before they came out here?
To me, it's not a challenge. I've only got to get them to change the way they think and to believe it can be done.
Now, your relationship with the A-League was non-existent prior to this.
Never watched an A-League game.
Because this is a man who was under the pump. Sydney finished 7th this season prior, missed the finals, which in a 10-team competition is very difficult to do.
When people come to me, if they're willing to listen, that's all I need.
But there was a difficult moment for Sydney losing the FFA Cup final to Melbourne City.
On their website was a story of exactly how Tim Cahill would score.
It's not just a coincidence that they just got it right?
There's no such thing as coincidence. Things is meant to be for a reason. I believe Graham Arnold can become the greatest coach in the history of soccer to come out of Australia and to make a major dent worldwide. Why? Because he's humble, he's grateful, and he's giving. I'm not here to convert people to non-believers to believe. I'm here to go, look at me track record.
Are there any long-term ambitions, aims or goals that you set yourself that you'd like to achieve at some stage going forward?
Well, I've been telling people for 2 years now that I'm going to work with Tiger Woods. And people have said...
Arguably the greatest golfer in history.
Yep. And people have said, oh, so you already told him? No, Tiger Woods doesn't know who I am. But I've been told I have visions. I've had a vision for 2 years that I'm going to work with Tiger Woods. And Tiger Woods will be the #1 golfer in the world again. I don't work with people to come second. I work with people to win. I can get anyone to win. To win's easy. You've got to get them to stay humble, grateful and giving and keep all the energy in. If you believe with no shadow of doubt that you're going to win and you put that belief to your players, they're ready for war. They're going to win. What's the greatest thing that you can give somebody? What's the greatest gift you can give somebody?
Enlighten me.
Give them belief that you believe in them. The power. Belief is power.